Recording started. Stop recording. Start when. All. YouTube. No item. Open set. Loading complete. Search. Open. Set. Banner. Search. Set. Sign. Home. Banner. Set. Search combo edit expanded has pop up. Caps lock off. Search YouTube. Subscribe. Live search more charge slash let's go Oilers Oregon. Heading level action. YouTube. Color meet the hydraulic. YouTube.
For his hometown Oilers. Andrei Kuzmenko's first taste of the preseason.
Pause K button. News button. Pause back. Pause K button. Going back. Settings button. Short video. Action coach. Heading level 3. Edmonton Oilers Oregon action ball 4:41 minutes. Heading level 3. Oilers Oregonist 1 minute 7 seconds.
2 runners up and a fourth. They are dynamic players to be sure, and they're into the Vancouver zone right away. McDavid feeds the blue line. Nurse
Feeling good about your money is easy with a personalized bank account. Leaving
Previous seek service. Seek slider. Previous keyboard. Play key.
mind free to focus on the thing.
No thanks, but heading level 2 YouTube.
Hughes now collects the puck inside his own line. Both teams starting their first changes. Hughes paired on defense with Cole McLeod. Makes a pass ahead. Here's Nils Oman, who's going to start this game at least on the wing tonight. He played mostly center ice in his first year with the Canucks last season. Carson Soucy on defense with Guillaume Brisebois.
YouTube video players.
The puck into Edmonton
Skip
territory.
navigate.
Teddy Bluger.
Alt tab.
Number 53
Search filters button. Cancel button. Upload YouTube. YouTube. 0. Banner. YouTube home. Aiden Carter. Oilers. Heading level 3. Vince Anderson Oregon action 63.
Where's Bluger? Leaving the puck ahead. And Niemelainen back to pick it up. Quick pass ahead. Hyman looked offside as he appeared to precede that pass over the blue line. No harm for the Canucks. Arshdeep Baines plays the puck into Edmonton territory. Ratu overskated it. Now he's after the puck again, but the Oilers able to pick it up and flip it down to the Vancouver blue line.
Already a couple of shifts into the hockey game, and the Canucks are more organized. They're playing with more spirit.
100 volume level.
Defensively,
Sound recorder window stopper.
They need to be as this one ends up being offside. Rick Tocchet. This is the first time that he's going to coach against Connor McDavid and the Oilers. Keep in mind, his first game was after Bruce Boudreau was fired. Boudreau had lost with his team to the Edmonton Oilers. Tocchet took over the bench and never did coach against the Oilers, so we'll watch his matchups with McDavid.
There's a centering pass, and McWarren able to intercept now a hard shot from Nurse and stopped by Smith.
Current time 0 hours 3 minutes 0 seconds.
And Max Sesco brings the puck ahead for Vancouver, handing into the Oilers zone. Skinner to the side. Bouchard. And now a one-touch pass to Brandon Sutton, who's checked to the Vancouver blue line. Sheldon Dries the other one. 3 Oilers on Hayes. Edmonton takes the puck back. There we go. There's a hard hit by Cody Joshua to T.S. Yanmark. And Joshua injured himself on that. He's going to shake it up.
Oilers Oregon.
And a penalty on the play for cross-checking coming up against the Oilers.
Current time 0 hours 3 minutes 30.
Elias Pettersson is down inside the Edmonton blue line. And Bouchard is headed to the box.
Microphone array to microphone. Decrease. Microphone boost edit read only plus 30 D.
Talk about Joshua.
Listen to this device. Listen. Edit. Change. Edit. General tab. Levels. Mic 84.
As he enters the zone, and that's up high against the shoulder of Elias Pettersson. His first action in the preseason. And now the Canucks power play can get to work, and it's going to be keyed by Pettersson and Captain Hughes.
First power play of the game, 2:23 in. Canucks went 0 for 5 in their preseason opener in Calgary, but a lot of the usual suspects from the power play were not in the lineup, and there's plenty missing in this one as well. With no JT Miller, no Brock Besser. Puck sent down in the Vancouver zone, and Quinn Hughes will start from behind his own net. Hughes with no defenseman. Pettersson, Kuzmenko, Garland, and Höglander up front. As the puck is fired across, Garland missed it as he tried to take it off the boards, and it's played back out to neutral ice.
It's always that first pass once you get into the zone. It's got to be solid and right on the stick. Then you can fan out to your positions.
Garland plays the puck around to the far corner. Kuzmenko's there. Höglander digging for the puck. poked along behind the net, sent to the blue line. Hughes there to hold it in. Right point, Pettersson. Passes down low. Kuzmenko centers, Höglander, touch pass, Hughes shoots, hit the post, and the puck is cleared off the boards and down. Connor Brown chasing after it, out to play it is DeSmith. After Hughes hit the post, now he's under pressure, loose puck in front, and cleared away by Baines. As the Oilers were sniffing around short-handed, but the Canucks able to survive that.
Talked about it in the opener with Quinn Hughes looking to shoot the puck more, and even in the scrimmage in Victoria, he was electing to shoot every time when they practiced the power play, and this solid one hits iron.
Canucks move back in. Stanika takes his ahead as he dumps the puck around. Oh, there's a hit from behind. There'll be another penalty as McWard was nailed into the end boards. And with 20 seconds to go on the Bouchard penalty, the Oilers take another minor.
Easy call for the ref, but an easy one-timer here for Quinn Hughes. Nice little touch pass, and he steps into it. There's a screen and just a couple of inches more to the left. Low glove, but not in. It bounces off the goaltender. And this is Janmark right into the numbers. Easy call against McWard. He accepts the hit. And 20 seconds of 5-on-3. Needless to say, the biggest thing is winning the face-off and moving it from there.
It'll be Pettersson to take it for Vancouver against Brandon Sutter for the Edmonton Oilers to the right of Stuart Skinner. Two-man advantage for 20 seconds.
Sorry, Shorty. Here's where Sutter wants to earn his keep and try and get a spot on this roster, being a strong penalty killer in a situation like this.
He'll take it against Garland now after Pettersson was weighed out. And he wins it cleanly for the Oilers. Puck came off the skate of Nurse dangerously towards the goal. The Oilers able to recover and send the puck all the way down, which will just about do it for the Bouchard penalty. 10 seconds to go on the two-man advantage as Hughes starts out for Vancouver.
At 4:03.
Pettersson gains the blue line, hooks the puck to Höglander. First penalty's over. It's a one-man advantage. Hughes at the blue line. Down to Pettersson. Bouchard joins Sutter up front after exiting the penalty box, and now the Oilers will make a full change as the puck is down into the Vancouver zone. Elias Pettersson on to the left wing. Kuzmenko leaves for Pettersson. Nice pass back. Christian Wolanin. Right point. Thrown towards the goal. Höglander digging away. Skinner's got the puck. And he's able to cover it with a couple of Canucks there. Both Höglander and Kuzmenko hoping for a second chance.
The direct shot towards the net as Garland's trying to find Höglander for a quick spin move and trying to get it underneath of Stuart Skinner. The reason Garland had so much time to shoot is that Wolanin was able to fake the shot and move it off to his right.
Power play continues. Here's Wolanin in the blue line. Shot just wide. Sheldon Dries gets the loose puck. McWard back to Wolanin, who was the American League Defenseman of the Year last year, playing for Abbotsford. He's got the puck at the right point, quickly across. McWard off his skate. Rink wide and thrown through the slot and out the other side by Baines. Here's Jack Stanika in the high slot. Where his shot missed the net. Canucks getting looks on these consecutive power plays. Best chance was Hughes hitting the goalpost, and it's still scoreless with 35 seconds to go on the penalty began mark. Oilers break up that pass, and Derek Ryan's able to clear the zone. Here's Dries back in. Two teammates with him. Pass too hot to handle for Studnicka. Bouchard gets the loose puck. Plays it to the near side. Baines throws a hit there. 80, not 81. And the Oilers clear again with under 10 seconds to go on the Vancouver power play. Brisebois ahead to Dakota Joshua. Soucy down from the left point. Joshua behind the net, centering pass picked off. Oilers are back to full strength, and here comes Warren Foegele. Canucks 0 for 2 on the power play. The game scoreless and credited with just one official shot on goal. Each team one shot in the game thus far.
One shot was Höglander trying to spin and
more
get
actions
it
button.
past the
Settings,
goal.
more sound setting.
Around for a little bit.
Start with all.
Missed shots from grade A scoring chances.
Volume increase to 100.
Here's
Microsoft
Zach
to do
Hyman with a
set.
step on the right
Microsoft
wing.
scores. Microsoft dashboard. No untitled and one more page. Profile one. Graphic, we use optional cookies to restore but close, restore but what's new.
And it comes free.
What's new in Microsoft
Cleared
Edge.
the
Here's
line
what's new in Microsoft.
by Oman,
New
but
tab,
it
address and
stays in
search
the
bar.
Vancouver zone.
Sun OEI. Start Windows.
Now
Sun
on another
search bar.
chance.
Library.
He'll
Search.
skate the puck ahead before gaining center and dumping it into the Oilers zone.
Steelers.
Trying him as a left winger in
Upload
this game.
songs tab
Only
panel.
one
Create song, but
centerman.
Like
See how he fits
playlist
in on the
songs
left
tab
side.
item. Like
Here's
search
McDavid,
like songs
wide
tab
on
search
Soucy.
like new.
Sharp angle
That's
shot.
right.
DeSmith was
Upload
leaving the
songs
post
tab
limit.
panel. Place up one
When
item
it hit him in
selected.
the shoulder and went
Play bar
wide.
toggle shuffle. Play bar toggle shuffle. Play bar next song button.
Teddy Blue. And he flips the puck into the Edmonton zone. Stanika giving chase and covering the puck is Stuart Skinner. For a whistle on a face-off, but we come back. No score. Canucks and the Oilers.
Not going to get into some other
More
factors, but he's
more
got to
actions
try to
button.
win a
Sound
job.
pause button.
The job's
Current time
not
0
easy.
hours 10
This
minutes.
guy's
Pause.
breathing down
Voice generator
that
dot
job.
voice generator online
He
and
did get into
YYA
other
underscore
factors today. Brendan
more
Batcher's saying
actions
the fitness
button.
levels have to be better.
More action. Sun OEI. Play bar next song
Want to
button.
get noticed, get attention. I don't think he came away from that and feeling too comfortable. Looked like he might have wrenched his back or something.
Yanmark takes it out.
The blue line. Hughes moves to the middle. Wrist shot. Driving into the corner. Hoglander there for the loose puck. Trying to get it back to Hughes, but that was Redwell. And broken up by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Hyman sends the puck into the Vancouver zone. Ward leads for Hughes. For Hoglander, it's off his stick and out to center. Nearing the end of the first period, no score. Oilers up to 2 shots now. After McDavid trying to fool DeSmith from a sharp angle. For center, check the blue line, gets the puck out in the second attempt. Yanmark moving in on the line, who stayed right with puck center. Tyler Myers intercepts. And the veteran defenseman, nice pass ahead. Connor Darling on the right wing looking for help. Centers, and Baines couldn't catch up to that pass as he was being tied up by the Edmonton defenseman. Myers hustles after the puck on the right side. Delays before sending it around out of the reach of Garland. And Yanmark gets the loose puck for Edmonton and chips it ahead to center. Here's Joshua throwing another hit, this one on Brandon Sutter. And if his mission is to be noticed in this first period, he's getting it done. Now he's after the puck in the Oilers zone. And that's covered by Skinner before Dakota Joshua can catch up.
Joshua's job is to separate players from the puck.
Here's Baines' chance earlier, couldn't catch up.
And with that, be physical. And Joshua early in this game has got the message.
Play bar next song. Play bar pause. Play bar previous song.
Ones where they couldn't catch up, and that one Joshua, was Skinner covering on him.
Play bar next.
Now he's after Nurse the far side, bodies in the corner. Vander Kane checked by Max Sasson. Joshua forces the puck over the Oiler blue line.
It's McDavid taking a couple of shots at Joshua. That's how you get attention from the other team.
He heads to the bench on a change. McDavid, nice move with the blue line, puts the puck in front. Quick shot just wide. That was Kane trying to fool DeSmith, who now covers in the crease.
You do. Sound
And
pause
McDavid,
button.
that
Current
quick
time 0 hours
move
13
with
minutes
the blue
13
line,
pause
but
button.
earlier he was involved with Dakota Joshua.
Well, the Oilers taking notice that Joshua came to hit and play. And here's McDavid. An extra shot. Joshua does a smart thing, just continue to play. The puck was up in the air, so he was more concentrating on that. And McDavid, a couple of words for the refereeing crew.
Basically a goal a game in the short time he was there. Played a bit with the Canucks and wearing number 19 on the shift of the Oilers. Out there with pro tryout hopeful Adam Ernie and veteran Derek Ryan. Niels Oman gets the puck to Jack Studnicka, who's in on the left wing. Throws on the brakes. Now reverses course. Wrist one towards the goal. That goes wide. Bluger gets the puck behind the net. Teddy Bluger to the blue line. McWard to Hughes. Makes a move to get around Ryan. Quinn Hughes, wrist shot, stopped by Skinner. And he's able to hang on to stop play.
Pause button. Current time 0 hours 14 minutes 59 seconds 80 seconds. Time display.
The season against one another. It will be the home opener for the Vancouver Canucks. It's October 11th, and you can get your tickets today. Canucks.com/tickets.
Talked about the quick feet of Quinn Hughes, and once he gets a lane towards the net, I like that he's looking to shoot, not trying to dump it to somebody who's covered in front of the net. Just not high enough against Skinner, who was folding down.
Hughes checked to the blue line. Now he's going to get a penalty as he grabbed onto the stick of Zach Hyman. And the Oilers will get their first power play when we come back, as Quinn Hughes is going to go off for holding the stick. And Edmonton, which had that vaunted power play last year, will go to work.
Get to that puck, and you want to be subtle about holding the stick and the arm. When the referee has a good view like that, it puts you on the penalty kill.
Oilers get their first opportunity.
Sanoya. Play bar next song. Play bar previous.
Early chance. Sharp angle backhander stopped by Smith as Draisaitl trying to beat him. And the puck just escapes the zone. Draisaitl led the NHL with 32 power play goals last year. That was 11 more than Connor McDavid, who was second. And the Oilers as a team are 32.4% with a man advantage. Here's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. His pass broken up by Teddy Bluger, and he's able to clear the zone. Bouchard to McDavid, and he'll wind up at center. Connor McDavid into the zone. Passes to Draisaitl. Watched by Joshua. Tries to keep him to the outside. Puck comes back to Bouchard across to Nugent-Hopkins, and his pass off the mark. A couple of passes you wouldn't expect to see from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on this power play so far. Here's McDavid in. Puck off a stick and into the corner. Oilers after it behind the net.
Play bar previous on button.
Nugent-Hopkins to Draisaitl. Under a minute to go in the power play. McDavid across, knocked down by Tyler Myers. Draisaitl gets the puck. Stops at the blue line. Feeds McDavid on the near side. McDavid down here on Draisaitl. Joshua hustles to the loose puck. Myers a chance, and he goes up the boards and all the way down the ice.
The Oilers getting a little too cute with that last pass, and for he was so dangerous last season. Power play. Disheveled in this one.
20 seconds to go in the man advantage.
Play bar previous on button.
Left point, Darnell Nurse. He and Gleason will switch sides. Brandon Williams Patterson. Fires down, pass back. Get the puck to Kane, back to Nurse. Evander Kane, top of the circle. Shot, stopped by the center. He's over. Canucks are back to first. Kane, across, shot wide. As Ben Gleason had a good look at his net, and he's shaking his head as he stands back the other way.
Last season, the NHL in Bakersfield had an excellent look.
Play bar next
Here's
song.
Connor Garland as McWard took a stiff check from Evander Kane. Archie Payne is on the forecheck, steps into Philip Kim. Brandon Sutter's onto the puck, and he brings it ahead for Edmonton. Slides one through, Janmark round the net.
Play bar next song.
Puts one in front.
Play bar
Sutter was
previous
there,
on
but
button.
McWard just got his stick on it. Now Connor Brown onto the ice. Sutter to the blue line. Nurse with a wrist shot. That was tipped. Janmark got his stick on it. Tipped it down, but it bounced wide of the goal. Brown at the side of the net. McWard's going to get a penalty here for hooking, as he got the stick in on Connor Brown. Delayed penalty against the Canucks. Oilers have the puck. Goalie at the bench. Here's Janmark in front. McDavid! Put it through the crease. Janmark has the puck. Feeds back to Bouchard.
Current time 0 hours 19 minutes left. Mark recording button. Pause button.
Edmonton looking for the opening goal. McDavid puts one in front. Brown tried a blind pass through the legs, but it didn't work to Janmark. And there's the whistle for a hooking penalty against Cole McWard.
With the goaltender pulled 6-on-5, and Connor McDavid dancing. Runs out of room below the goal line. I think he's trying to bank it off players in front. It goes through McWard, who took the penalty, getting the stick into the hands of Connor Brown. So the two Connors out on the ice at the tail end with the 6-on-5, but McWard will sit.
You do Oilers
We'll see the Oilers power play. They got their
spin button one edit.
top unit
Search
out.
by song name. Search by song
Connect
name.
a little better than they did in their first foray.
Spin.
Second
Up.
straight
Tab
power
panel.
play
Place
for
on Connor
Edmonton after
McDavid.
the
B5
Canucks
pulse on
had
H.
the first
Button.
two of the
Spin
game,
button 1.
including a 20-second
10,
two-man
11, 12,
advantage.
13.
But the game's still scoreless,
Upload
6.5 to go in
Songs
the
tab panel.
first.
Play song Here We Go Eagles uploaded a short energetic cheer with a call and response structure. The
Clean
primary
face-off
instrument is a
win
drum,
for
providing
Edmonton.
steady driving rhythm. The tempo is fast.
Out of the reach
Not
of
have
Bouchard,
due to
and
the
the
lack of
Oilers
long
have to start
instrumentation.
their own
Critical
blue
stars
line.
with male and female voices shouting.
McDavid in full flight.
Play bar next song.
Now check. Good job by Carson Soucy. And back comes Teddy Bluger short-handed. Canucks were second in the NHL in short-handed goals last year. They had 15. Edmonton led the way with 8. Draisaitl picks his way off the blue line. Fires one across to the far side. The Oilers set up. Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins, top of the circle. Feeds down low. Puck center. Now loose at the side. And the pass was fanned off. Puck intercepted, and Bluger able to send it down the ice. As Hyman, I think, was the one who was trying to make a touch pass there and just didn't make good contact.
And good point by the Canuck penalty killers not to chase too far out, and it seems like it's extra pass night in the power play for Edmonton.
McDavid, big speed, big rebound, pass back, Bouchard, Draisaitl, blocked by Joshua, and he's able to find the puck and clear it, and he might be favoring his left hand there. As Dakota Joshua, I think, took that shot somewhere around the left hand or wrist. Here's Peterson in, and he's stopped by Casey DeSmith. Oilers get the puck to the blue line. Darnell Nurse to Evander Kane. 40 seconds to go on the man advantage. Gleason all the way across. Kane to the crease. Loose puck. DeSmith got the right pad on it. Now he closes the door. Gets the legs together to cover the puck with 32 seconds to go on the penalty to Cole McWard.
Now the temperature goes up. Go to Joshua getting in the shooting lane.
With the right hand. No, left hand.
Play
Pardon me.
bar.
Sorry.
Kind of instinctive to try to block it, but here's how you deal with
Play song 20.
McDavid. Nice long reach by Carson
Play bar
Soucy.
pause button.
Just
Play bar
stresses
next song
him from the
button.
puck, and then collapse towards the net. You're going to see all 4 Canuck players somehow make it to the screen there and help DeSmith, who was down on his pants, but was able to get out of the
Back on feet. Belt strike position. 22 minutes each off.
To go on the penalty to Cole McWard. Gleason. All the way across. Kane to the crease. Loose puck. DeSmith got the right pad on it. Now he closes the door. Gets the legs together to cover the puck with 32 seconds to go on the penalty to Cole McWard.
Well, the temperature goes up. We go to Joshua getting in the shooting lane.
I think he got him in the right hand. No, left hand, pardon me. Sorry.
Kind of instinctive to try to block it, but here's how you deal with McDavid. Nice long reach by Carson Soucy. Just stresses him from the puck, and then collapse towards the net. You're going to see all 4 Canuck players somehow make it to the screen there and help DeSmith, who was down on his pants, but was able to get out of the puck hit.
Shots now 8-2
Play bar
Oilers.
next song
Game
button.
still scoreless. 5 minutes remaining in the opening period. And 22 seconds left in the penalty to Cole McWard. Gleason wrists the puck in from center. Nurse at the left point. Sends one around.
Sound pause button. Current time 0 hours 23 minutes 22. Pause button.
Recovered a fire.
Suddenly, play bar next song
Knocked down by
button.
Gleason. Here's Nurse. Gets a return pass from Kane. Penalty's over. Oilers had 3 shots on that power play. Here's one that's blocked after the power play had expired. And Bluger sent them again. Both teams now 0 for 2 with a man advantage. And this game awaits its opening goal.
And way less scrambling for Vancouver in their own zone. There were times in their first preseason game when they got the puck, you just
Play bar
threw it
next song
away,
button.
trying to get it far away from the net. This time they're having some more boys and making plays to get out of the zone.
Peterson battling for the puck. Off the glove of Hughes outside the line. Tyler Myers. As Hoglander stood up as he tried to win it on the forecheck. Niemelainen sends the puck around. Held in by Tyler Myers. His shot didn't get through. And the Oilers break back the other way. Ernie backhands one to the corner. Myers pursued by Ernie, who separates it from the puck and shovels it back to the blue line. Wristed from there, didn't get through. Tyler Myers, pumped again by Adam Ernie, and the Oilers get the puck once more. Here's the pass to Bouchard. Wrist shot, hit a body in front. That was Myers, who was battling Ernie from the goal mouth. Hoglander sidestepped by Nurse. Myers having trouble in the corner. Pettersson
Songs
gets
tab
the puck
panel. Upload
ahead for
button. Spin button
Hoglander.
14 15
And he
15.
fails to get it out of the blue
Input
line.
learning on. delete,
Pedersen
delete,
again.
delete,
This
delete.
time to
Print
Hughes
screen,
with a
print
little bit
screen,
of
print
time.
screen, print screen.
He's able to hoist the puck down to the
Input
Edmonton
learning
blue
off.
line.
My
Garland's
ASUS with
working
my
on
ASUS
Nurse,
my
waiting for
ASUS
help.
with my
Canucks are
ASUS
changing.
here.
Garland taking to the ice.
Here,
And the Oilers
here,
take the
here.
puck and dump
Please
it
select
out.
language. Please select language English. Restore
Under
menu
3
light
minutes
closed.
remaining in the
Is
opening
only music and spin button 15 editable.
That's
Spin button 15
Uratsu
editable.
to Arshdeep Baines. And now here's Garland on the right wing. Settles a rolling puck. Makes a move. Wrist shot.
Play song, let's go.
Got the right pad on. Just the
Play
third
bar
shot
pause
of the
button.
period.
Play bar pause. Play bar next song.
Nick Ward making moves. Passes to Brisebois. He put it wide. Baines on the rebound. Sharp angle backhander wouldn't go. And out comes Desharnais for Edmonton. Dumping the puck into the Vancouver zone.
Looking for one of those bounces to stay near the front of the net. Canucks a couple of shots that have missed and make its way to the front of the net. They just can't put a fork in it.
Good read there by Connor Brown to intercept the pass. Gleason following up, turns back into his own zone. Brown. Right block. Desharnais was checked. Drives, flips the puck into the corner. Gleason takes
Play
it
bar
up.
previous
Joshua
on.
hits him. Joshua trying to come up with the puck. Drives, does, sends it back in. Gleason is
Play
there
bar
for
previous on
Edmonton.
button.
Soft little pass, and here comes McDavid. Wolanin trying to hustle back as McDavid turns on the Jets, gets in deep, centers the
Play ball
puck,
next song button.
Susie, who is in good position to knock that pass over. Man, McDavid is flying in this first period. As the Canucks go offside at the Edmonton blue line. We'll step aside, still no score. 4 power plays in the game, and it's still 0-0.
Blue bobblehead. Tickets on sale now. Canucks.com/tickets.
Should be a fun night. I know there's been some back and forth in the fan base. Should it be Ring of Honor? Should his number be retired? And Brendan Batcher and I have argued about this for years. I think it's fitting that it's Ring of Honor, personally. And nothing against Luongo. If they retired his number, I'd be happy. But they could have retired it before he even arrived in Vancouver. When
Right.
Kirk McLean retired. Yes. When he retired, he was the league leader, or the franchise leader in wins. He had taken the team to a 7th game of a Stanley Cup final. He'd done a lot of the things that Roberto wound up doing. He eclipsed his wins record. He got to Game 7 of a Stanley Cup final. Kirk doesn't have a gold medal for Canada, but I don't know if that's what determines whether you get your sweater retired by your NHL team. So it's a tough call, I know, but it's going to be a great night, and we're looking forward to it big time with Roberto back in Vancouver.
Well, 2 franchise-altering goaltenders wearing number 1 in terms of wins and just character.
Bluger banks the puck ahead. And the Oilers take it at center. Plus, I can say to Batch that I was right. That's really all it's about. And he can't hear me right now because he's calling the game on radio. We're in the final minute, first period. No score, the Canucks and the Oilers. Bouchard. Darnell Nurse near side. Nugent Hopkins had a bounce over his stick. Oilers keep after the puck and they get it. Ryan working with Draisaitl down in the corner. Draisaitl took a spill. Bluger backhands the puck, can't get it out. Draisaitl, deft hands, knocked that one down. The aerial pass from Nurse. Now shovels one back. Bouchard, wrist shot, and through the traffic. DeSmith able to track that one, take it in the chest, and hang on. Less than a week in the regular season. Jays getting closer to their postseason goals. Gonna be back tomorrow. Chris Bassett on the mound. Coverage begins at 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern on Sportsnet.
Late periods, you got to get the puck out. The Canucks weren't able to do that, and it forces a tidy save by Casey DeSmith with traffic in front.
Canucks with the clear after the face-up. Peterson backhands one in wide of the back of the goal. And that'll do it for period number 1. Canucks and the Oilers. Good pace. DeSmith, the busier of the 2 goaltenders. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play and nothing doing on the scoreboard. Coming up, we have a Kraft
Floating up well, but positionally sound, good strong pushes when he's going from post to the middle and trying to stay as big as he can for as long as he can. I think his best save outside of that one was this with traffic through some legs holds on to it. Still got the Pittsburgh gear, of course. Cup stuff will be coming soon.
There is method to coach's madness, and you know Rick Tocchet, after speaking publicly about Dakota Joshua yesterday, was looking for a response, and I think he got one in the first period.
Well, for Joshua, and hearing the comments as well, wants to make his presence known. This is the very first shift he's been out on the ice, and he did not turn away from taking the body at each and every turn. Now, the tough part is, you've heard the coach's message. You want to follow it up with something. If you get Connor McDavid off his game, you're doing something right. That's the first period. What can you do to keep your name on the tip of the coach's tongue in the second and third playing a physical game?
He'll start second period on the bench as the Pettersson line is out against the McDavid unit to begin period number 2. DeSmith for the Canucks to our left, Stuart Skinner to our right, and underway in the second. Between these two Pacific Division rivals, Oilers won the season series last year. Canucks won 1-2 against Edmonton. They only met 3 times. They'll play 4 in the regular season this year. Darnell Nurse starting out of his own zone. Evan Bouchard ahead to Evander Kane. Pass through, good one to Connor Brown, who hooks one back. Kane wedged that over top of the goal. Now McDavid checked by Kuzmenko. And he'll try to pass back in his own zone. That didn't work. Oilers steal the puck back, and they go to work. Kane across. McDavid couldn't make contact. Now a shot by Nurse is off the stick of Höglander and one. Canucks had a chance to get the puck up, but Kuzmenko tried to pass it back, and now they're under pressure. Brown checked by Pettersson, and this time they do get the puck outside the line. It's off the skate of Kuzmenko and over the Oiler blue line.
That's the third time there on the left wing that they haven't been able to get the puck out as this goes down for icing. So it's not just one player on the left side for the Canucks. And if you give it away in that danger zone, the 10 feet before the blue line, you know your shift just gets extended in your own end another 20 or 30 seconds. And Rick Tocchet's probably thinking the same thing. He was the guy that would make sure that he'd take the hit and get the puck out.
Yep, I think he wanted that puck to get out. Blueger comes out for this face-off. McDavid warned after the icing. And Blueger wins the draw. Here's Soucy with a shot. Might have ticked off the goaltender, went wide of the net. Now McDavid skates out. Pass for Kane as McDavid peels off on a change. Hyman took a spill, and here's Studnicka, 4 Canucks to center. Jack Studnicka makes a move down the right side, tried to center, that was blocked by Gleason. Loose puck at the side of the goal, and Desharnais winds up with it for Edmonton. Banks one ahead, Draisaitl didn't see it coming, it was poked free by Blueger. Here's Neil Zoman across, Garland, Blueger couldn't pull the trigger. Now he throws the puck back in front, gets it behind the goal, and his centering pass was picked off by Leon Draisaitl, who banks it free to Gleason. Blueger had a good chance there, but just couldn't get a shot off. Here's Draisaitl into the Vancouver zone on the right wing. Ratu trying to stay with it. And Gleason wrist swap wide of the goal. Arshdeep Baines gets the loose puck, passes in the middle. And now here's Tyler Myers, checked at the Oiler blue line. Puck intercepted, but Baines brought it in with teammates trapped, and the offside whistle. Max Sasson stood up by Niemelainen as he shot the puck into the Oilers zone. Here's Warren Fogle. Drop pass. Puck thrown in front. Broken up by Myers. Pass to the side, and the puck is picked up by Sasson, who fires it out to center off a couple of sticks and over the Oiler blue line. Marcus Niemelainen sends one ahead. Brandon Sutter tips the puck into the Canucks zone. Höglander checked along the boards. Here's Sutter all the way across. Ryan takes the puck off the boards, feeds back. Bouchard to Nurse. Sutter. Darnell Nurse lets one go. Stick saved by DeSmith on the first shot of the game for either team.
Or the period.
Did I say the game? Yep. No, the period. Thank you. Myers chips the puck out. And Nurse gets it at his own blue line.
Scoreless first, maybe a shotless first.
Jacques Lemaire is no longer coaching. We no longer look forward to shotless periods. Here's a steal by Elias Pettersson. Fakes the shot, centers Höglander, tried another pass for Kuzmenko. Maybe should have fired that one off the feed from Pettersson, and the Canucks never wound up with a shot on goal.
Well, Kuzmenko has scored most of his goals from about 5 feet from the net, but you're right, that's a shot from the slot that should have happened.
Now Kuzmenko takes a pass at the blue line. Couldn't take it cleanly. Bouchard under pressure from Pettersson. Looks one way, plays the other. And Gleason starts out. Backhands the puck towards Evander Kane. Lifts a high one into the Vancouver zone. Here's McWard. Ships one ahead. Puck comes into the middle. Soucy banks it off the boards and out to center. Connor Brown for the Oilers. Here comes McDavid. Over the Vancouver line. Kane shoots. Stopped by DeSmith, and he's able to cover the puck. As Evander Kane had a good look off the rush on the setup from the captain McDavid.
Oilers get the shot off the rush, but for the Canucks, Pettersson draws attention, and Höglander's trying to fake the shot and push it with the heel of his stick towards Kuzmenko. Doesn't get there. Evander Kane trying to get it through to Smith, who again positionally sound. Right, he doesn't come out too far from the blue paint, and is able to swallow up that puck. No rebound.
That attempt by Höglander, not unlike the one he had in the first period on the power play when he kind of angled one back to Quinn Hughes, whose shot hit the post.
When it works, it looks really nice.
Makes you want to try it again, maybe. Luger on the back check. Able to break that one up. And the puck is lifted over the defenseman and down into the Oilers zone. They're going to whistle it for icing. And another face-off in Vancouver territory. Dan.
Well, be there to experience every moment. Full, half, and quarter season ticket memberships on sale now, starting from 5 payments of $162. Canucks.com/membership.
Teddy Bluger, just smart defensively. Got the puck here, has nothing else to do with it other than put it to an area for a teammate to gather. Of course, it goes down for icing, but he makes up for it by winning a faceoff.
Guillaume Brisebois sends one ahead, and we've got Niels Åman down as he was hit at the blue line while tipping that puck out. It might have got clipped around the chin the way he was reacting. And he's headed right to the bench, but he's going to stay there and not go down the tunnel.
Desharnais had stepped up, and Åman was concentrating on handling the puck.
Tyler Myers able to disrupt that pass. Now he's trying to contend with McDavid, who was attempting to go through the defense. Connor Garland gets the puck and slides it outside the line to center. Myers kicks it ahead, intercepted. Here's Connor Brown. Wrist shot, a weak one, stick saved by DeSmith. Brown lifted the stick of Willanen. Puck loose in the corner. Kane gets to it ahead of Willanen. They both go down. Puck sent back to Niemelainen. Long shot, and trapping it against the blocker was DeSmith to get the whistle.
Earlier on the breakout, Beaumont's trying to get it and tip it out. Desharnais steps up, and it's off the chin. Two bigger players. Desharnais got the size advantage, and it's the elbow. Very indiscreet. Beaumont looks to be okay. For a moment, Shorty, we had all the Connors out on the ice. Garland, Brown, McDavid. Like a Roseanne reboot.
Not bad. Vancouver's only has one in. If you're scoring at home. Here's Draisaitl. Bobbled the puck. Canucks pick it up, and Sheldon Dries skates back the other way. He's hit by Niemelainen as he played the puck in the Oilers' end. Now Nugent Hopkins bumped by Sasson. Puck to the line. McWard holds it in, takes a look, feeds across. Quinn Hughes shoots, and that didn't get through. I think Philip Kemp got in front of it. Here's Hughes again. Skates back to the blue line. Two Oilers watching him as he backhands one into the corner for Max Sasson. There's an Oiler penalty coming up. And there's the whistle as DeSmith was headed to the bench. A hooking call. And the Canucks will be on the power play when we come back. Third man advantage for Vancouver.
Play bar next on button. Set pause button.
So
Current time 0 hours 39 minutes 55 seconds.
Back,
Pause button.
that you almost get forced to get your stick into the hands to disrupt, but Vancouver gets a power play.
During the commercial break, Connor McDavid in discussion with referee Riley Brace didn't think it was enough to warrant a call, but the call was made, and the Canucks get their third power play. Höglander back to Hughes on the near side. Down low, Kuzmenko sets up shot behind the net. Center, swing and a miss for Höglander, and the puck slides out to center.
at 6:05.
20 seconds gone in the penalty to Nugent Hopkins as Hughes hoping Pettersson could get there first, but it didn't work and it's icing.
Rick Tocchet was referencing the Edmonton power play when talking about what he'd like to see his Canuck team do. Players moving around to different spots. There's Kuzmenko in Gretzky's office trying to make a saucer pass that never lands, and Höglander kept coming into it, so it doesn't connect with the stick. But you know, you practice in your spot. I'm half wall. You're down low. You're the blue line, and it's the ability to interchange and pull someone away as a penalty killer, and that's what the Oilers have done so successfully with McDavid circling around and then Draisaitl the same thing.
Here's Elias Pettersson. He's perfect on face-off so far in this game. Puck sent across. Garland couldn't handle it. Back come the Oilers short-handed. Chance for an odd-man rush. Vogel delays, sends one across, and a good job by Hughes to get his stick on that pass, and then the puck was jammed just wide by Derek Ryan as it was bouncing around the Vancouver goalman. Canucks get it back for 7 minutes into the second. There's a minute to go in the penalty to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins as Pettersson maintains control while entering the zone. Hooks the puck back to Quinn Hughes. Hughes watched by Connor Brown and tried to pass back, but it was out of the reach of Höglander. And Canucks will change their personnel as Pettersson goes back for the puck. 40 seconds for this unit to work with. Wolanin, drop pass. Here's McWard. Hard pass. Baines couldn't handle it cleanly. And Desharnais is able to clear the puck outside the line to center. Wolanin rushes it back in. Pass to Studnicka. Jack Studnicka around for Arshdeep Baines. Try to pass. It's off a stick. Puck to the near side. 15 seconds to go in the power play, and the Oilers clear again. Canucks have yet to test Stuart Skinner here in this second period. Nugent Hopkins steps out of the box as the puck is rushed in. Centering pass, chopped at by Dry. Sasson was there as well. Soucy over the boards, tripped over his own teammate, and there's the first shot of the period as a long one is sent in, and Skinner able to hang on and get the whistle. Seattle Mariners continue to fight for the postseason. They take on the Texas Rangers. Follow the action live on Sportsnet 1 tomorrow, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern.
Be a little bit more direct at getting pucks into the feet of Stuart Skinner, but he's able to catch that one easily.
15-4 the shots in the game now, as that puck was touched just inside the line by Aatu Räty, and the offside whistle stops play.
Canucks practice at UBC after a day off from the Calgary game, but they were starting on one sheet. They had an issue with the ice. They moved to the smaller venue in terms of attendance.
The one where Will Shorthouse used to play.
The one where Will Shorthouse used to play. Yeah, so you can really hear the skaters on the ice. And what I'm getting at is Ratu's got a real strong stride. Like you can hear him cut the ice. What I'd like to see him add to his skating is just being lighter on his feet.
Current time 0 hours 43 minutes. Pause button.
But he can certainly churn those legs.
Joshua takes a stout check from Philip Kemp, and the Oilers break to center. Evander Kane slows centers, and that was intended for McDavid, but deflected away. Sasson moves the puck to neutral ice. Myers following up, finds Aatu Räty. Drop pass, and a blocker saved by Skinner on that one-timer from Max Sasson. Kane able to reach out, get a piece of that one, so no icing. Pass was behind Studnicka. Out to play it is Skinner to Darnell Nurse. Bouchard. Hyman stood up by Wolanin. Guillaume Brisebois hustles over for the puck. Banks one to Studnicka. Here's Bluger. Oman back out there for this shift. That's good news for the Canucks as Bluger tried a shot that sailed high and wide. Oman's got speared, I think, and he's down again. There's going to be another Oiler penalty. As Nils Oman, they're going to call it slashing, but it might have been a spear in front of the net.
Well, as Oman was coming into the zone, he grazed Draisaitl, knocked him off balance. And after that, Draisaitl took matters into his own hands. They're calling it a slash, but the Bluger shot, and this is a deliberate slash by Draisaitl.
Back of the leg.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, it is a slash, yeah.
On the entry into the zone, Oman was wanting to cut in.
Pause. Mark.
And
Pause.
he
Button.
didn't really-
YouTube. More actions button.
Do much to Draisaitl
Banner,
other than
clear, surge.
try to stay on side.
Edmonton.
Draisaitl
Oilers.
took exception.
FRE. Oilers.
That
Preseason.
he's probably had enough of the preseason already. Period and a half.
Shorts. Watched. Recently uploaded. Live tab items under 4 minutes. Search. Heading level 3. NHL Sep.27 slash. Hayden Carter. Heading level 3. NHL Sep.27 slash 2014. Hayden Carter. Heading level 3. NHL February 01 slash 2014. Edmonton Oilers. Boston Bruins. Add to depth. Share.
Long
Add to
wrist
keep.
shot.
Share.
Didn't get
Cancel.
through. Garland after the rebound. Puck cleared off the boards and out to center.
Blogger. Tumblr. Link. Mix. Neck. Edit. Read. Copy. Edit. Read only. https://udo.be/hns710z314 question mark SI equals sign PNOIZZ4Z85IDA0LX black https://udo.be/hns710z314 question mark SI equals sign PNOIZ. Suno
Connor
play hard.
Garland in
Alert app
front got a
available.
piece of that one, I think.
Connect
And the Canucks
Microsoft
on the
account
power
button.
play have opened the scoring.
Connect Microsoft account. Learn
On the
Connect
entry
Microsoft
from
NHL
Pedersen.
timeline region.
And then setting up Hughes. Mentioned he's looking to shoot the puck more. You do that, the passing lanes down low open up. But in this case, he's able to pull it into the middle.
Might have hit Bouchard. Not Garland, who was reaching to tip it. It's Hughes' goal, I think, as it hit Evan Bouchard in front.
Garland was right in front of Skinner. And Hughes able to run that power play properly from the point.
So 10:22 of the second period on their fourth power play. The Canucks cash in.
Goal scored on the power play by number 23, Quinn Hughes.
And the Canucks have a 1-0 lead here in Edmonton. There's a shot blocked by Connor Garland. We tried to give a goal, but while he was in the neighborhood trying to tip that puck, it went in off the Oilers defense.
Retaliatory penalty by the Oilers top player, Leon Draisaitl.
Offside whistle stops play. Canucks on top. Hughes let it fly and found its way into the net.
Fortunate bounce. Garland was in front. You'll see Skinner is square. Garland's presenting his stick.
Well, there it is off Bouchard before it could be touched by Garland.
Yeah, just over that left shoulder, and the puck was going blocker side. The goaltender's frozen, and the Canucks have the lead.
First goal of the preseason for the Canucks, who were shut out in their opener encounter. So I'm 0 for 1 on goal calls so far this year. Get used to it. There's a blocker save by DeSmith on that shot off the right wing by Derek Ryan. Now Gleason. Desharnais wrist one towards the goal. Big rebound in front, and there to gobble it up is Max Sasson, who carries through center and chips the puck into the Oilers zone. Joshua got a piece of his man as the puck is brought ahead by Lane Peterson, and he flips it into the Vancouver zone. Peterson played 11 games for the Canucks last year. I mentioned his exploits in Abbotsford. He scored 17 goals in 18 games with the baby Canucks. Here's Oman in. Wrist shot blocked. That stung a little bit on Niemelainen. Wolanin after the puck on the far side. Christian Wolanin puts one in front. Luger was checked before he could pull the trigger. Kane, born just in time as Myers was stepping up. Now it's Wolanin joining the rush. Drops back, Luger into the corner. Christian Wolanin helps it along to Jack Studnicka. Studnicka's pass blocked. He goes after the puck again. But the Oilers able to force it out to center. Canucks fire it the other way, and here's Teddy Bluger. Lost the handle, and Niemelainen sends the puck in behind the Vancouver goal. Long pass ahead, Kuzmenko's in. Waiting for help. Pass for Bluger, check from behind. And the Oilers send the puck back to neutral ice. Andrei Kuzmenko. Hard pass off the skate of Quinn Hughes. Puck picked up by Höglander, who sidestepped the check of Kane as he played the puck in.
Nurse doing a good job of keeping the puck away from the Oilers, and Casey DeSmith hasn't been that busy in this period.
Shots in the period, 6-3 in favor of the Oilers. So not a lot going on at either. The Canucks with the power play goal from Hughes. Here's Hyman. Puck is center. Good positioning there from Baines to knock it away. The pass intended for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Canucks Pettersson stole the puck for a moment. Oilers get it back. Nurse bobbled it. Able to keep it away from Baines, but now he gives it away to Andrei Kuzmenko. He's into the Edmonton zone. Puts the puck between the legs. Cuts in front. Stopped by Skinner. What a move by Kuzmenko off the left wing, but he just couldn't get it over the shoulder of the goaltender. Oilers 3-on-2 the other way. Bouchard shoots. Blocked. Puck right up the middle. Nugent-Hopkins gets it. Takes it to the side. Passes around for Draisaitl. Centering pass. Nugent-Hopkins scores. Draisaitl was in the box for the Canuck goal, but he set that one up, and Nugent-Hopkins has tied the game at 1.
Well, after a wonderful individual move by Andrei Kuzmenko around Bouchard, just can't finish this drag through the legs and up over Skinner, hits his shoulder, and then Bouchard joins things the other way, but it goes to Draisaitl into the slot. And Nugent-Hopkins is unchecked.
Loading page. You convert best for YouTube to MP3 converter online. Loading complete.
Ties the score here 1-1.
Enter YouTube video. Convert. Enter YouTube. Enter.
Oilers had only scored 1 goal in their 2 preseason games prior to this one. And Nugent-Hopkins had an assist on it, so he's got 2 points in the preseason now as he pots his first of the exhibition year. Oilers, shortly after the Canucks open the scoring and pulled even at 1.
360 points
Current
with
time
the
0
Oilers
hours 52 minutes.
2012 to 2014. Brown actually served as McDavid's captain in those 2 seasons.
Connor Brown, not great memories of his last meeting with the Canucks. It was with Washington earlier last year. And injured in just the 4th game of the season in a collision with Noah Juleson. Brown wound up with a torn ACL as we look at Connor McDavid, but Connor Brown missed the entire rest of the year, injured in game number 4 against the Canucks.
448 games for Connor Brown, 216 points. It's almost like you can reverse those 216 games for Connor McDavid, 448 points. I mean, it's not that much, but he is racing up the all-time Oilers scoring list.
Most players would say he plays a game with which they are not familiar. Here's Brandon Sutter, a long shot that got through, and DeSmith had to make the save. Sasson calmly collects the puck and dumps it out. Janmark tried to bank one in, picked off and brought ahead by Wolanin. Nice pass to Sasson, who takes a look, cuts to the middle. Tried to get a shot away, had his stick checked as he attempted to pull the trigger. And the Oilers have the puck, sending a long one ahead, but that'll be icing, as that was a bit of a hoper pass.
Aerial pass that had no intention of landing. And Casey DeSmith, talked about him being positional. This one gets blocked, but he was there nonetheless. His mask is in the works with Canuck logos and colors, pads to follow. So what happens, you get traded just before training camp.
I think he did have new gear in Montreal colors, but no chance to break it in. So might as well go with the stuff that's already ready to go. And wait for your Canuck colors to arrive. Here's a race for the puck. Janmark's not going to get it. And DeSmith passes to Quinn Hughes, who sends a long one ahead to Jack Studnicka. Studnicka, drop feed, Bluger across. Oman trying to pass for Studnicka. And that's another occasion where the Canucks maybe overpassed it by 1.
54 minutes, 43 seconds, 16 seconds, time display.
Fire one on goal and test Stuart Skinner.
That would have been a tap in. But the back check by the Oilers saves them from going down 1.
What a pass by Hughes to get that all started. Oilers regroup, and we'll start from deep in their own zone with 4:20 here to go in the second, a 1-1 tie. Soucy collects inside his own luck. Indirect pass, gets past everyone. Kemp back for the puck. Sends it around towards Connor Brown, off his stick, right to McDavid, who's able to get past Brisebois. Then he's checked by Pettersson, who guided him into the boards right in front of the Oiler bench. Andrei Kuzmenko steps into the Edmonton zone. Wrist shot, and that's handled by Skinner, who hangs on to stop play. Murph.
Well, as we've mentioned, these two teams will kick off the regular season against each other. It'll be in Vancouver, Wednesday, October 11th. The Canucks home opener and season opener. Get your tickets, Canucks.com/tickets.
Little drop pass, and then towards the net. Oman can't get it past Niemelainen. If he does, it's a tap in.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If he does, we're going crazy here in the booth, but he doesn't, and so we're saying he overpassed it.
It's a fine line.
It's like when a guy goes to try to block a shot with his stick, but he tips it past his netliner and he gets glared at. But if he tips it into the netting, then he gets a nice tap on the shin pads.
True.
Oilers steal the puck. But the Canucks able to get it back. Garland off the boards and out to center.
One of the things the Canucks were working on in their practice at UBC was indirect passes, and so they want the wingers to get heading up the ice. And if it's not going to be right
Current
on
time
their
0
stick,
hours 56
they
minutes.
know it's going to be behind
Action
them.
menu.
Keep skating.
Draisaitl in. And he tried to
Action
drop
menu.
pass. Looked like he
Heading
might have
search
had a lane
over
to the
20
net.
minutes. Heading level 3.
Canucks able
Heading
to break it
search.
up and send the puck out.
80.
Nurse hounded by
Edmonton Oilers.
Ratu.
YouTube. Alt. Search. Sound. You enter your
Puck
terms of
fired
heading.
down the ice. That'll produce another face-off in the Oilers zone with just under 3 minutes here to go in the second.
Heading action menu. Acrobat.
Edmonton Oilers.
Banner Surge Hayden Cardinal. Clear Surge.
Strong season last year, 50 wins, 109 points, led the NHL with 325 goals for, almost 4 goals per game. It was 3.91.
Live
6.
Live tap.
3.96 for those at home.
Action. Heading level 3. Predicting the goals and wins for the Edmonton. Add down. Cheer 1. Down. Add down. Cheer. Add download. Cheer. Action
Given
menu.
all the
Action
wins
menu.
they had, they weren't very good beyond regulation. They were 5-9 in the 14 games that went past 60 minutes. In fact, didn't win a shootout.
Yeah, that's odd.
For this team to go 0-4 in shootouts, of course, sometimes it's the goaltending as well. There's a shot towards Skinner. Draisaitl winds up with the puck. And now Bouchard for Edmonton. Watched by Dakota Joshua.
Action. Heading level 3. Action. Heading level 3. Predicting goals and wins for the Edmonton Oilers of the 2025 to 2026 NHL regular season. 7 minutes 50 seconds.
Ward fires ahead. Puck dropped off to Sasson, who's in with a shot attempt off his stick and over top of the net. Sasson gets the puck again, takes a hit. There's a penalty coming up to Nurse as he just tackled Joshua behind the net. And it'll be a holding call against Darnell Nurse, putting the Canucks back on the power play.
And Joshua's been a lightning rod in this game. Early in the first, you had McDavid paying him special attention. Joshua is just minding his own business, and Nurse decides to shove him into the boards.
Surge button. Post surge headed.
So that draws the power play. The Canuck goal in this game's on the power play. I'd like to replicate that, take the lead. Nurse and Joshua came together.
The Battle of Alberta match
in the first period.
Heading level 3. NHL Sep.27 21/2014 preseason games. Calgary Flames head within 1 hour. Action. Hayden Cardinal.
Both refs had their arms in the air. One of them signaled holding, in the end they call it interference.
11 months ago. Cap SUV SCR.
And the Canucks get their fifth power play. They're 1 for 4. Pettersson, another face-off. He's been solid on the draw in this game. Here's Wolanin. Puck sent across. Pettersson deftly off his skate. Now Wolanin to Pettersson. Takes a look. Feeds down low. Höglander. Pettersson. Down to Höglander. Centers. Garland couldn't get it through. Wolanin getting first power play unit time here as Hughes was just out for a shift. Here's Pettersson taking that one off the boards. Down low. Höglander takes the puck behind the net. Try to pass for Kuzmenko. Eventually it gets through. Here's Pettersson in the face-off circle. Doesn't shoot it. Looks across. Feeds across. Kuzmenko in front. Garland tipped it high and wide. 45 seconds gone in the penalty to Nurse. Pettersson. Canucks looking good on this one. Elias Pettersson. That one bounced on Höglander. He keeps after the puck. Gets taken down. Great hold by Kuzmenko. Back to Wolanin, one-timer, and Skinner saw that all the way. Canucks didn't have any traffic at that moment, and Stuart Skinner able to make the save.
a minute to a possession. Getting the Oilers tired by passes through the slot. Here's Pettersson down low. Little bump pass. That might be Brock Besser in the regular season, but blocked off of Connor Garland.
9-18-8.
And Wolanin, who led his team, the Abbotsford Canucks, in scoring. Rare thing to do for a defenseman to do at the AHL level, but Stuart Skinner gets in the way of that one.
55 points in 49 games for Wolanin, and earning the Eddie Shore Award for top defenseman in the AHL. He takes a seat now. Quinn Hughes comes out with his second group, along with Cole McWard on the blue line. Hughes feeds back, McWard at the point. Hughes on the right wing boards. McWard and Hughes again. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Sheldon Dries behind Baines back to McWard. Wrist shot. Skinner the save off his stick and into the corner. Archdeep Baines after the loose puck. Stanika tried to bank it back, but now it's the Oilers breaking out. Chance for a 2-on-1. Brown takes a look. He was skating in with Sutter, and the Canucks able to come back and break it up. Hughes brings the puck ahead. 15 seconds to go on the power play. 35 remaining in the period. Nice pass to Stanika. Takes the puck wide, drops it back to Archdeep Baines. Baines throws on the brakes. Now he's in a battle with the Yanmark. Oilers get the puck and backhand it out. And Edmonton's back to full strength as Nurse steps out of the box, and the Canucks are 1 for 5 on the power play. Game still tied at 1. 15 seconds to go in the second period. Bluger chips the puck in from center. Center out, and Susie got a piece of Yanmark. Time will wind down on this second frame, and these teams will be all even heading to the third period here in Edmonton. Quinn Hughes with a power play goal that got the Canucks on the board. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins answering for Edmonton. Coming up, we're going to catch up with ex-Canuck Brandon in intermission. You're very familiar with him with your time in Seattle the last couple of years. So were those familiar-looking couple of periods from Carson Soucy in his first game as a Canuck?
Yeah, very much so. The one thing when playing in Seattle, he didn't necessarily match up against other teams' top lines, but he is physical when he gets the chance. And this is a nice play against Connor McDavid to stress him of the puck, and it goes up the other way, and then reading the pass coming. So the thing about Soucy at 6'5", he likes to step up every once in a while, make a hit. Just a gem of a guy off the ice. Merck talked with him before, of course, and he knows the Pacific Division, obviously playing in Seattle, so this is a nice start for him.
It's been a whirlwind half a year or so for Teddy Bluger. Started in Pittsburgh, went to Vegas, won a cup. Now he's a Canuck, and he's seeing his first action here tonight.
Yeah, and he's one of these guys you can count on defensively, and especially on the penalty kill. Not going to chase unless it's there. And he's able to pick up the puck and just put it to a space, an area for a teammate to come onto. And then if there is space, he'll go and try to make some things happen offensively. And just isn't able to corral this one. Would have been a good chance earlier. You'd love to see him get to double digits in goals. And Connor McDavid had something to say with Bluger. Those two battled a little bit. A little pull right there on McDavid and a little elbow back. Those two will see a lot of each other this season.
One of the reasons they wanted to bring him in was for penalty-killing reasons. He saw a minute 46 of penalty-killing time in the opening period as the Oilers went 0 for 2. Power plays favoring the Canucks 5-2 in this game. Vancouver's only goal came with the man advantage. That was from Quinn Hughes, who's out there right now with Cole McWard. But it's the Oilers with first possession, moving into the Vancouver zone. Centering pass, hit a skate, one out the other way. Hyman gets the puck. His centering feed knocked away. Now Höglander tried to step into Bouchard, who sidestepped it. And the Oilers maintain control in the Vancouver zone. Hughes trying to break that up, and he does to McWard, and the Canucks have a chance to move out. Quinn Hughes off the pass from Kuzmenko. Works in over the blue line, slides one to the corner. Pettersson's there. 2 Oilers on him, and it looked like the stick came up. The arm of the referee went up very late. But I think it's Pettersson going to get the penalty here as the stick came up and caught the Edmonton player Draisaitl in the corner.
Yeah, as Pettersson's battling Nurse, and Draisaitl gets the worst of it. Those two battling along the wall, and then as Pettersson is getting knocked down and trying to drag his stick back to keep his balance, it breaks past Draisaitl. It was Draisaitl in the penalty box when the Canucks got their power play goal via Quinn Hughes. And now now Draisaitl gets the stick in the face. It draws this power play for Edmonton.
Comes just 44 seconds into the third period. And the Oilers an opportunity here to take their first lead as they get their third power play.
I know you're supposed to control your stick, but when you're battling someone and then someone comes into the fray, it's really tough to say you were errant with your stick, but the referee, late call.
Off the draw, Susie gets the puck.
Number 40, Elias Pettersson.
And he's able to drive it all the way down.
Time 44 seconds.
Pettersson for high sticking.
2 minutes for high sticking.
And the Oilers now start from their own zone. Bouchard looking for the drop pass. Bluger stole it, and he's trying to get loose. Teddy Bluger pursued by Bouchard. Gets him with a backhander, and Skinner's got it underneath his pads. He'll poke the puck free, and Nugent Hopkins will start out.
On that fresh ice there, it was under the pad. He was sliding back into the net, and his pad went up against the poster. He would have slid in with the puck.
McDavid rushes the puck into the Vancouver zone, chips one back to Evan Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins, McDavid back to Nugent Hopkins. He's got the Oiler goal. Here's Draisaitl. Into the corner, McDavid. Hyman's in front, pass broken up, and Guillaume Brisebois able to clear the puck all the way down.
Good sticks by Joshua and Studnicka, not allowing any passes through the hash marks.
Third pair of forwards over the boards, Dries and Arshdeep Baines. As the puck is driven in, and Baines is going to pick it up and start out. 3 Canucks to center, shorthanded. Baines in on the right wing, across. Wolanin tried to send one towards the crease. That was blocked. Canucks get the puck back, and Dries will dump it back towards Tyler Myers to kill some more time. Myers takes a look and wires the puck all the way down the ice.
Good offensive instinct from Wolanin. He was joining the rush and checked over his back shoulder to see where the back checkers would be. There were none, so he kept going to be a part of things.
Lane Peterson getting a little power play time here in the late second of this Pettersson minor. Shot by Nurse was blocked. Peterson after the puck. Hughes battling him. Susie's there as well. Here's Kane across. Ben Gleason takes the puck off the boards. Throws it rink wide. Kane shoots off the arm of DeSmith and into the corner. Pettersson out of the box. Joins this rush. Bluger leading the way. Pettersson takes the pass. Bluger shoots. Stopped by Skinner. And he tries to fall on the puck and eventually does. As Elias Pettersson out of the penalty box set up Teddy Bluger skating down Main Street.
Good strong end of penalty kill and then back to 5-on-5. Bluger just doesn't get it past the glove. And with Bluger trying to get the legs going, shield the puck and get a shot. Sometimes you like to try to draw the penalty, but just stuck under the right pad.
It's a pretty sneaky shot.
Just a one-hander. Skinner, see his left leg was trying to anchor himself against the far post to stop him sliding.
Kuzmenko stripped of the puck as he tried to make a move. Janmark skates back for Edmonton. Working on Tyler Myers, dishes back. Niemelainen a shot and a glove save by DeSmith, who was sliding out, reached up to snare the puck.
Current mark pause, but current time 1 hour 9 minutes 1 seconds 47 seconds.
Strong
Time
tonight.
display.
Native of Rochester, New Hampshire.
Aiden Card action heading left.
Bullet of a one-timer.
Aiden Card.
And we talk about the fresh ice again. It's like a video game glitch.
Heading play.
Canucks win the draw. That was Pettersson again, who's 10-1, I believe, in face-off so
Play
far in this game.
action heading level 3.
Laid
The battle of
offside,
Alberta
the
Magic
Oilers
will
move
come
the puck back to center. Canucks send it ahead to Pettersson, who steps in on the right wing. Little stutter step on Janmark. Pettersson in front off the goaltender. One hands one back to Kuzmenko. He wrists one towards the goal. That went wide with Pettersson looking for deflection. Myers trying to keep the puck in. Oilers get it out. Pettersson braced himself for the hit. He kicks the puck back to Chris Wolanin.
Surge headed battle done. Catching.
He waits while the Canuck change is completed.
Aiden Cardinal video live surge action.
Wolanin to Myers. And he'll send one in off the glass as the Canucks change the defense pair. Nurse sends the puck around, and it's down to the Vancouver blue line. Tracked down by McWard.
Play graphic.
Cole McWard. Up the left side. Arshdeep Baines
100
tips the puck
volume
into the
graphic.
Edmonton zone. Nurse bumped by Baines. Puck sent around.
Microphones.
Hughes is
Levels
there.
tab item.
Full
Listen. Real sound. Heading level 3. 100 volume. Action. Muted graphic. Action menu button. YouTube, my seek slider, Donkey Kong. Play graphic. YouTube, pause keyboard. Muted, 1. Play keyboard short, pause key. 100 volume graphic. Sound, current time, all list, YouTube, no item in view, YouTube, loading complete, search combo. Hey. YouTube, banner search, subscribe, heading level 3, Hayden. Popular, old, late, search, Donkey. Hayden Card, search, edit, Hayden Cardinal, YouTube, mute keyboard shortcut M button. Set, pause button. Micro, listen to this device.
keeps the puck in with the glove.
Volume slider.
Now Bluger, it's his turn to keep it in the zone. But the Oilers take the puck away and they'll bring it ahead. Lead pass.
Live tab.
Kane steps in on the right wing. Again, Kane with a hard slap shot. And he
Donkey Kong
wired that one off the
includes
glass.
paid promotion graphic.
Shot from
Loading
the other
complete.
side,
Donkey Kong
sails wide.
YouTube
Kane
has
gets
finished
it again. Back to Philip Kemp. Pass from McDavid. Lost the handle. Myers
Unavailable.
couldn't clear it outside the line.
Unavailable.
But now they have a chance to move it out, and Bluger just flips the puck inside Oiler territory. Lots of continuous action here in the second.
Donkey Kong.
Lee Peterson's in with a wrist shot, knocked down. But
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Get calm, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong.
Thank you, Ellie.
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong.
Listen to
Donkey
the
Kong.
down there, kicking the feet out. And it was Pettersson with the chance, only to be foiled by Stuart Skinner.
Donkey Kong night. We're at the stage where we all
Donkey Kong night.
we're ready
Donkey
to
Kong
win,
in the
we're ready to
Donkey Kong right
win,
here,
we're
Donkey Kong in the
whatever.
Donkey Kong in the Donkey Kong right here, Donkey Kong.
And you're going to launch right into Imagine Dragons. They're about to bounce you. Oh, yeah. Just about 8.5 minutes into the third period here in Edmonton. These teams play again on Saturday in Vancouver in the preseason. They open the regular year with a home-and-home beginning in Vancouver and then here in Edmonton. So as I said earlier, they're going to be very familiar with each other.
They are, and try to get an edge in the face-off circle when you go up against the same guys time after time. It's been 5.5 periods of preseason hockey. I haven't talked about face-off percentages or anything like that. But Pettersson has won 11 of 13 draws in this game. I know you've touched on it. But as the game continues and the face-offs become more important,
Meet the Parks. They make bank with EQ Bank. With EQ Bank,
This
they
one
can
will
open up
pit
to 8 different accounts. So they can
Sasson for the
save the way
Canucks,
they
and
want.
it's the Oilers who won it. McDavid drawing it back.
Parks. Make bank.
There's a long shot, didn't get through. Joshua and Breezeball both missed the puck. Susie gets to it, couldn't get it past Evander Kane. Now Sasson and intercepting is Joshua. Flip the puck into the Oilers zone.
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong.
Canucks weren't able to change on that last whistle because DeSmith covered the puck after it was directed from the other side of center. You saw Sasson, a big assignment there, having to go up against McDavid.
after the puck was poked back to the point, and then got shooting.
Now the Bluger unit is up. Teddy Bluger carries in, trying to thread one through for Nilsson. And that was broken up. Here's McDavid in full flight. Dishes off. Kane trying to center. Canucks got a stick on it. Then Brown steered the puck towards the goal. And it went just wide. McDavid back to the blue line. Nurse. Wrist shot tipped down by Kane, but wide of the goal. Holman gets to the loose puck and he chips it out to the Oiler blue line. Nurse watched by Bluger. Bouchard spins to get away from Niels Hoagland. Now delays. Draisaitl. Pass ahead. Nugent Hopkins down for Draisaitl. We're past the halfway mark of the third period as Pettersson steals and skates the other way. Drop pass for Kuzmenko. He was checked. And the Oilers have the puck, sending it ahead towards Hyman, but he couldn't corral the pass. Andrei Kuzmenko quickly across to Niels Hoagland. Drops off to Tyler Myers, and he'll turn back to his own blue line as the Canucks want to make changes at forward. Christian Wallin up for Kuzmenko, tips one through, and goes to the front of the net as Baines goes after the puck. Kuzmenko staying out after his line mates change. There's a shot by Ratu, loose puck, and the Oilers able to play it to the corner.
Good forecheck to create that scoring chance. Some indecision right near the front of the net. Trying to get on that loose puck.
Ratu trying around Ben Gleason, and he does. Garland with a shot that was stopped by Smith. Here's Breezeball down low, caught Garland from the corner, fanning his pass attempt. And the Oilers able to push the puck out to center. Draisaitl's going to draw a penalty here. This one they'll call as Garland took down Leon Draisaitl. And a holding call will put the Oilers on the power play as Garland heads to the box in the later stages of 0-1 tie. 6 o'clock start time Pacific, 9 Eastern. On Sportsnet 1 as Connor Garland sits in the penalty box hoping for 2 minutes.
Tried to go indirect off the boards, and then on the back check, Draisaitl leans in. Garland had the hand in the hip. And with Draisaitl going down, the ref's arm goes up, and the power play for Edmonton takes the ice.
Oilers 4th man advantage, they're 0 for 3. And they win possession off the draw. McDavid back to Evan Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins gets a return pass. Feeds Bouchard, now McDavid. Kane's in front, pass comes down to Draisaitl. Throws one goal, stopped by DeSmith, and he's able to cover with Evander Kane trying to dig that puck free.
Because they didn't chase out to Draisaitl, he looks, he sees he's got a shooting lane, doesn't do it, it's still a shooting lane, and then he's like, I gotta shoot this puck. And Kane couldn't get his stick on it near the front of the net, but he holds once, he looks, he's like, a lane, should I shoot? No, yeah, I'm gonna, yeah. No traffic.
Still a minute 38 remaining. And the penalty to Connor Garland. And a false start. They'll do it again and wave Leon Draisaitl out.
Just on Draisaitl, I mean, some guys would love to have a 30-goal season.
Pause
Get
keyboard
32
shortcut.
power
Play
play
keyboard.
goals.
Sound report. Mark pause button. Current time 1 hour 19 minutes 58 seconds 87 seconds. Time
Good
display.
job by Bouchard to glove it down as it came off the glass, and it stays in the Vancouver zone. Evan Bouchard. Leon Draisaitl. Bouchard takes a look, passes to McDavid. He tried to walk the line, and Blueger stayed right with him and knocked the puck out. Now McDavid moves in with speed. Turns and passes back to Bouchard. Connor McDavid. Draisaitl in front, and Kane couldn't steer that one out of the air and onto the goal. Penalties half over. McDavid. Draisaitl, penalty coming up to Kane as he took down Soucy in front. And Evander Kane takes his team off the power play with an interference call.
Good battle in front between
Current time
Kane
1 hour 20 minutes.
and Soucy. And we're seeing a little bit of frustration on both sides when a play doesn't go their way, as Kane couldn't knock that saucer pass out of the air. And the next time Evander Kane's at the front of the net, comes in with the push and the knockdown as well. This is the miss on the saucer pass across. And in the preseason, you get angry, you take it out on the opposition. But 4-on-4 here for 58 seconds.
Face-off comes down in the Oilers zone. And Edmonton controls. First 4-on-4 situation of the game. There was a 5-on-3 earlier. Canucks had one for 20 seconds. Bouchard kind of fan on his pass, gets the puck back. And it's off the stick of Brandon Sutter and back out to center. Here's Darnell Nurse. Bouchard. Pass to Connor Brown. Baines was with him. Now it's Myers trying to stay with Brown behind the net. Good read by Wolanin to get to the puck. And Baines starts out for Vancouver. Arshdeep Baines. Nice pass to Wolanin. He's in on the left wing. Feeds Tyler Myers. Wrist shot. Oh, it bounced through. A good reaction by Skinner with the left pad to kick it away.
Going down and at the last moment kicked that left leg out. Myers uses the traffic to his advantage.
Canucks are on the power play now for just under a minute as Garland has exited the box, and he's going to stay out there with a man advantage. Hughes, hounded by Derek Ryan, now feeds ahead to Pettersson. Elias Pettersson in over the blue line. Kuzmenko turns, finds Hughes, pass in front, tipped on goal, loose puck. Pettersson couldn't find the handle, and the Oilers bring it out. Ryan down the right wing, and his shot stopped by DeSmith. Garland shaken up. He was a little slow. He looked like he was heading to the bench, but he stays out there.
Yeah, the puck went off his skate.
Limping a bit, but he's got it on the right wing. Feeds back. Pettersson. Hughes at the left point. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Gets it through to Kuzmenko. Garland. Back to Pettersson. Penalty's just about over. Quinn Hughes. Wrist shot blocked. That hurt Peterson. And the puck ricochets out of play just as the penalty to Evander Kane comes to an end. Neither team able to score on their power plays. Canucks had a chance. Tyler Myers, a shot that bounced through, kicked away by Skinner at the last moment. And this slap pass just wouldn't go. And in fact, it gave Connor Garland.
Ushers the puck free. Bangs his way to the front here. No call on that. Wins this puck battle just using size. And at the front of the net. Bounced around a little bit. Take a hit. Recover the puck. And a chance for Ratu.
Certainly doesn't shy away, does it? No. 112 points in his final year junior in Red Deer as that puck is around the crease, and Skinner able to cover it as the Canucks again put it to the danger zone and trying to get a stick in front.
And with Rick Tocchet putting the headlights on Dakota Joshua and saying you got to pick it up, a player like Arshdeep Baines says, okay, here's my chance. Like, he's not in the coach's good books. I'm going to go out there and be physical, and maybe I'm the one that he notices. I think they both had strong games this evening. Some more preseason games to be had for those two.
Joshua was the man who set up that last scramble in front of the Edmonton net, and he remains out there. Hughes couldn't keep the puck into the blue line. And he'll skate it back to his own zone, passing to Cole McWard. 5.5 to go in the third, a 1-1 tie as Joshua turns. Couldn't get it past Desharnais. And the Canucks will try again to start from their own zone. Dakota Joshua to Cole McWard. Ahead, Sasson checked the stick of the Oiler player, and that was Adam Ernie. Puck to the line, just held in by the long reach of Myers, but now he's trapped, and here comes Lane Peterson down the left wing. Throws one across. Puck wound up in the corner. Janmark there. Puck is intercepted by Max Sasson, who brings it ahead. He'll gain center and start a change, backhanding the puck into the Oilers zone. Under 5 minutes remaining in this tied preseason contest in Edmonton. Canucks, some version of the Canucks, play again tomorrow in Seattle. Here's Draisaitl. Wrist shot stopped by DeSmith. Draisaitl again had it knocked away. That was Studnicka reaching out to poke the puck. Now it's stolen as Brisebois tried to go up the middle. Close chance there as Draisaitl was able to get in the way of the pass. Now a shot knocked down by DeSmith. And the Canucks able to get the puck outside the line to center.
Living dangerously there and bailed out by a couple of good saves by DeSmith.
Studnicka reacting in the neutral zone. Thought maybe he'd been fouled by Darnell Nurse. DeSmith out of his net. Around for Kuzmenko. Canucks have 4 to center if they hurry. Andrei Kuzmenko to Niels Höglander. Sends one across. Hughes turns with the puck. Puts it in front. Blueger took a swipe at it but couldn't make contact. Back comes Draisaitl. And he's at the end of a shift. Under 4 minutes remaining. And McWard starts out. Pass ahead off the stick of Höglander. Pettersson's out there with his line mates now after Blueger had stayed on and had that chance in front. Höglander. Pettersson now. Saucers one back. Myers long wrist shot. That hit a body in front and went wide. Oilers chip the puck ahead. McDavid drops it off to Desharnais. Up the middle, here's Kane. Knocked away by Tyler Myers. And Myers now passes ahead to Elias Pettersson, who finds Wolanin in space. Ahead to Baines. Puts one to the middle. Myers under pressure. Turns. Feeds one across. Just out of the reach of Ratu, who would have had a clear path towards the net. Here's Garland. 3 minutes to go in the third. Connor Garland back to Soucy. Down the boards. Now a chance for Ratu. Knocked down. Baines after the rebound, but Skinner able to fall on the puck after stopping that wrist shot from Aatu Ratu.
The reason it's still 1-1 is that man right there, Casey DeSmith. Draisaitl knows a thing or two about scoring goals, but positionally DeSmith is there, and then Brisebois, it's a giveaway that turns into a scoring chance, that turns into another save. Tidy work this evening by Casey DeSmith.
Canucks have come back on the shot clock. It's 27-22 Edmonton now, but it was 14-3 at one point.
Yeah, they've done a much better job on the forecheck of creating a loose puck and getting a shot out of it.
Icing against the Oilers, and we'll check in with Murph.
Well, you don't want to miss a second of the action. The Canucks season is upon us. You can get full, half, or quarter memberships. Please, Canucks.com/membership for details.
Max Sasson out for this offensive zone faceoff. And the Canucks able to chip the puck back to Hughes, who tried to dump it across, didn't make it all the way. Good job by Dries on the back check, and here's Sasson. Wrist shot wide, puck ricochets up the boards, and the Oilers are onto it. Brandon Sutter chips it ahead, and Dries able to get back. Hughes turns to get away from Warren Foegele. And Quinn Hughes will wait for the Canucks to complete a change. Jack Studnicka chips the puck in. He and Oman are in on the forecheck. Here's Studnicka trying to bring it up front of the backhand. Gets it again. Blueger takes a look. In behind for Niels Oman. Sutter takes a hit. Puck comes back to the line. Brisebois across. Soucy faked the shot. Now he tried to step around Janmark. Carson Soucy centering pass. Hits a skate. Puck is loose. Oman's after it. Now throws a hit on Bouchard in the far corner. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third. And Foegele feeds one back. Bouchard just dumps that one ahead. It's past Soucy and down into the Vancouver zone. Niels Höglander makes a move at center. Into the Oilers' end. Pass to Kuzmenko. Turns and feeds back. Wolanin at the blue line. Andrei Kuzmenko turning to the left point. Checked by Draisaitl. Loses the puck. Good job by Wolanin to break up the attempted rush. And Pettersson forces the puck back into the Edmonton zone. Kuzmenko to Pettersson and around towards Hoagland. He throws a hit on Ben Gleason. We're into the final minute of the third period. Myers keeps the puck in. No, he doesn't. It's outside the line now, knocked down by Hyman, who brings it ahead. Zach Hyman drops to Draisaitl. To the blue line, Desharnais. Gleason makes a move, finds some room, he shoots, knocked down by DeSmith. And Pettersson calmly clears the puck out.
Archie Baines fell for that little juke at the blue line from Gleason and bailed out once again by DeSmith. Not just Baines, but the Canucks in this third period. A couple of chances by the Oilers, big ones.
Kane in. Now McDavid to the blue line. Nurse. Right point, Bouchard. 20 seconds to go in the third period. Nurse shoots. That was tipped. I think McDavid coming from below the goal line got a piece of it and went wide. Baines at center. Fights off the check of Connor Brown and plays the puck in deep. Under 10 seconds remaining in regulation as Nurse sends the puck ahead and down, and that's going to do it. This game will go to overtime. Tied at 1. Both goals came in the second period. Hughes on a power play. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins shortly thereafter. And the goaltenders, particularly Casey DeSmith, have taken care of the rest.
He's done his best work in the third period. There's Ben Gleason. A little smile after a nice move. Flinch shot and then through with the shot off the glove of DeSmith. Both goaltenders going the distance in this game. And they will play a little more.
As mentioned, both goals came in the second period. Quinn Hughes got one that we thought might have been tipped by Connor Garland, but on further review, it hit Evan Bouchard, and here's how it looked.
Hughes is able to move it across and then just fire it towards the net with some bodies in front, namely Garland. Goes off the pants of Bouchard. It didn't take the front of the body past the glove of the goalie.
Didn't take the Oilers long to answer. About 3.5 minutes later, it was Draisaitl and Nugent-Hopkins, and that's where we stand. It was tied at 1.
It was Draisaitl in the penalty box when Hughes scored that goal, and so he's able to help out for Nugent-Hopkins to tie the score. You mentioned that in the regular season last year, Edmonton wasn't at its best in overtime. We'll see what they offer up.
They were average in overtime. The shootouts were their bigger issue. But the Oilers last year, 5-5 in overtime. The Canucks won 8-5. 3 of their goals belong to Elias Pettersson. 2 of the Oilers' 5 overtime goals, you can guess, belong to Connor McDavid. And so they'll drop a couple skaters, switch ends, and see if they can decide this in 5 minutes and avoid a shootout.
And it's going to be 2 of the 100-point-plus players for the Oilers, Draisaitl and Nugent-Hopkins. They're holding McDavid back for this start of the third, and Pettersson is just looking at the bench to see who's going to join him in overtime.
Looks like Hughes, who's just getting the visor cleaned off, and Connor Garland. Neither team with its full lineup. And Pettersson's strong face-off night continues as he gives the Canucks first possession in overtime. Again, 3 overtime goals in the regular season last year for Pettersson, who's in with a wrist shot that ticked off the Oiler player, went wide of the goal. Hughes brings the puck back. Here's Connor Garland. In over the blue line. Finds some room on the left side. Quinn Hughes to the backhand. Lets it go. That might have hit Pettersson in front. And the Oilers get their first possession of overtime. Canucks able to change both forwards. Hughes still out there as Draisaitl moves in. Out the near side. Dishes across. Broken up. Bouchard will bring the puck out to center. Hughes going to try to get to the bench. No, he's not. He's going to try to defend, but McDavid's behind him. He's in. He dekes. He scores. He's a game breaker. And Connor McDavid just broke this one. 55 seconds into overtime. The Oilers take it 2-1.
Mark, pause button.
You knew he was going to be on the ice at some point if he doesn't start overtime. And Quinn Hughes had a decision to make. He wanted a change. He's trying to get Kuzmenko's attention to go to the middle. And instead it's a pass. And Connor McDavid shakes the shoulders and then goes to his backhand. What a pass, though. And he gets a step. He takes it. Hughes doesn't want to get the stick into the hands too much. And DeSmith can't get across with that left pad. Oilers in OT.
Doing what he does best. The combination of speed, hands, finish. There's no one in the game right now like Connor McDavid. And he ends this preseason contest, giving the Oilers their first win of the preseason. They dropped a couple of games to the Winnipeg Jets, one of them in overtime and one in regulation, but they knock off the Canucks in OT in this one. As mentioned, these teams are back at it Saturday. More preseason action from Rogers Arena, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern on Sportsnet 1. Calgary Flames in Vancouver, October 6th to wrap up the preseason.